All right. What is going on, everyone? Hope we're having a good morning out here today. It's Friday, and the SPY is pushing towards $600. It's really not far off. It's pretty close in the grand scheme of things here. Come back to us. Love it, AK. Team Tom, Autumn, Yusu's, Chase, Jason, Val, Toby, A-Cop, let's go. My phone autocorrects play. That's terrible. Good morning, A-Cop. SPY at 599 right now. Major level coming up overhead at 600. So be ready for that test and touch today. I'm sure we'll see it. Chaos in Japan, or N Japan, said, the crash coming? I don't think so. Looks like it's actually, the market's bouncing back really well. I was surprised to see the market bounce back so well. Now, granted, we had jobs data today, okay? There was the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate that released. We can see the non-farm payrolls came in right around expectations. The unemployment rate hit expectations, so pretty good on the jobs numbers here. It didn't come in a lot under expectations or anything like that, so fairly good reading on the non-farm payrolls, and then the unemployment rate came in right at expectations. If this would have came in much higher, of course, people would be a bit freaked out, but that was not the case. You got a new grip on your putter. Let's go. I hope it's a super stroker or power stroker or whatever they call those. I can't remember what mine is. I think it's super stroke. Let's go, Cross. Hey, there we go, Mason. I love mine, man. Whenever I got it on my putter, it made my putter feel so good. I'll never putt without one again. Super Stroker for the win. And I even like the name. It's like a risque name. Super Stroker. It sounds kind of funny. I don't know why I'm looking at Stellantis today. Maybe we'll check on Tesla. Up to around $301. Ray. Scruffy, that's funny. Which way for Tesla here? I'm looking at resistance very closely. I don't love the way that it's starting to react at it. It has me worried that it's going to drop and fill the gap. Down to 289.60. It's still under 300 here. It's having trouble holding above it. Yeah, definitely not my favorite move. Hashtag no, don't cancel, Ray. He said I'm based, remember? Tesla recovered well, Yusu says. They did. They did recover well. But I'm just not necessarily certain if we're going to be going on the full-on breakout today. For it to truly move well from this point, we need a real $300 break. So far, we're not seeing that. It could come into play. It's not personally what I'm looking for, but I will say this. There's a pretty clear resistance up here right around 302.50 to 303, where we can tell that Tesla rejected multiple times here. Specifically today. Sorry, I just died. But yeah, they rejected here multiple times today. So watch 303 very carefully. I'm not so certain that it's going to get a big major push past there. if it does, it'll pretty much be all the way back up from the spat. It'll be fully recovered. I don't think it's going to fully recover today from the spat, but you were expecting it to go down more. Yeah. That's what I would have expected or leaned towards, but I guess it makes sense that Tesla stock would slow down a little bit. How much can it really affect Tesla with Trump just saying these things? It's not the best thing ever. Of course, like losing the subsidies and stuff, that sucks for Tesla, but I don't think Trump just talking bad about him necessarily the worst thing. They probably didn't expect it to skyrocket. Yeah, definitely not. SPY's on fire. Probably helping Tesla, of course. Everything gapped up today. Just about everything. Whether you look at the SPY, or you look at Nvidia, or you look at Apple, or you look at Microsoft, or they all had pretty good pre-market moves. I do like a lot of this movement, though. Apple looks pretty good when you zoom in here. Ryan said, does anyone think that this escalated way too quickly? Feels staged a bit? It wasn't super fast. I know Elon had been hitting on it over like last weekend and into the early parts of this week, but it did end up, you know, kind of accelerating there. I don't think it was like the quickest thing ever, though. I do know Elon was kind of hitting at it a little bit, and then it got a little crazy. Personally, I don't think it's staged. I thought yesterday there could have been a thought that it could be staged, because if we think about it, if Elon was going to leave Doge, it would have been smart for them to get together and come up with like an exit plan, right? I think that that would have been a smart thing. Maybe Elon going more towards being neutral would have been part of a plan like that. Now that we're seeing it go crazy, I don't think that there's any shot of that anymore. Not with the way that they're really getting with each other. Personally, I don't think so, but I could see people having that thought. I think, you know, I don't want to be mean here, but I don't think that Elon can truly comprehend, like, the presidency. You know, Elon's Elon, right? He's a bit of a wild card, and he's kind of weird. He's kind of a weirdo, if we're being honest. Both of them are, in a way. Trump and Elon are both weird. Very weird. And you have two weirdos going at it very hard. And both of them are weird in the way that they go at people. They go at people very hard in a very weird way. And they're now both being weird at each other. And it's kind of funny to watch. It's very entertaining. The circus, I call it. At least they're not lizard people, AK said. Yes. Yes, at least they're not lizard people. Elon might be, I don't know. Yeah, Fab says, are you sure? Interesting time to be alive. Yes, it is. SPY at 600. Whoa. Already. No shot. Breaking 600 like butter today. There we go. I guess it just took all these tests the past couple days. What it really needed. Let's go. Let's go, SPY. Let's check CRCL as well. Circle. The IPO. Yesterday they went kind of nuts. They're up 12% today. All right, let's go back to that SPY at 600. I thought Circle might be popping off, but they weren't. I don't know, Yusuz. My main thought is that Elon might have truly thought that Trump was going to do all this non-spending and debt stuff, and maybe he truly thought that. I don't know. You got to understand that being the president, if you were to do things, in my humble opinion here, if you were to do things like Trump and Elon do, like, let's just say what Elon wants Trump to do, right? Which is really reduce the national debt, right? That's what a lot of people want. I'll be honest. If they did that, I don't think that you guys would like it very much. I'm just going to be honest. I think there would be a huge depression, and they would have to do so many cuts and things that it would throw society haywire for a long time until it got back to normal. But that's my only thought. I do agree that the debt's terrible, but I really don't think that anyone's ever going to fix it. Not without something weird going on. 303 resistance on Tesla. You know, I've had this thought in my head for a while, and, you know, you guys can let me know what you think here, but I've had a thought that they almost need to try to do something like a split. They need to, like, split the entire economy. Like how Nvidia has, like, a stock split so that it goes down in price. They got to do something. There needs to be something, like a great reset, or I don't know what the hell you'd call it, but they need to come up with something, or else there's going to be a problem eventually. But Elon and Trump in a ring for 8 rounds. I wonder who would win that. I got to give it to Elon because Trump's old. Maybe Trump will sit on him, though. I don't know. That'll fix the deficit. I like that. That's a good idea, Mason. I'd pay to watch. Palantir. Tesla rejecting a little bit at 300. Tesla really likes this 300 level here. We'll have to see if it can get back through here. This will be a big push if it can go through, though. It'd be a big push for Tesla. SPY up through 600 very well. Pushing 601, continuing to climb. Great stuff by the SPY. SPY book map, Kevin says. Sure, I'll show it. Whoa, looks like there's a lot of sellers on the book map at 605. Weirdly enough. Of course, there's not really a ton of established areas above 600, but there are some resistances past here. 602 is first off what I'm really looking for. 602 would be pretty good here. 602 has a lot of resistance at it. 601 was a peak in the past. I don't love it, though. Overhead, I think the main resistance overhead is around 609 to 610, though. I know the SPY broke out a little bit past that. The all-time high is more around like 613, but 610 is really like the icing on the cake, you could say. Serve Robotics. $12.60. Nice pop up. Good morning, Sloshy. Thanks for joining up today, and thanks to everybody for joining up today. Autumn said, I think he had expectations that were not met. He thought he had more power, probably. Ah, yeah, Trump put him in check. I'm gonna down this water really fast. Love it. Look at the last 2 weeks of serve. Oh, yeah, a lot of flat. Flat and slow, kind of pulling back. A little dip buy action maybe on serve going on. Getting close to recent highs and resistance of this week around 1270. Pretty good. I was watching a goated movie last night. About Stalingrad, if you guys know that. Palantir pulling back to 124. We'll see if you guys get it. I'm sure you will. Hit two big heads. Palantir yesterday, your prediction to 106 is almost there. $106 is pretty low. It's not quite there, but that is something to watch for over the next few weeks. It wouldn't be something where you get there in a day by any means. I think that was Mike's play last night as well. I'm gonna double check. Yes, it was. Palantir get anywhere close to 104 and people are gonna buy that shit up, AK says. Just be careful. If it turns over harder than that, it might be people might buy it, but the sellers could overwhelm them. 300 resistance on Tessie. It will be interesting whenever Palantir finally does pull back. Everybody thought it was impossible for Nvidia to do it. They even did it. I feel like Palantir is at I don't know, this point of the run-up. If we were gonna look at these crazy charts. We need to see 135 break soon, though. I'm getting a little worried here. QBTS. Yeah, you might not be wrong there, AK. I don't think you're totally wrong in that statement. It's definitely up there. You might be able to nitpick and find something else that beats it, but, you know, as far as popularity is concerned, too, I don't think it's really beaten. I would agree. QBTS 8.8%. How about QUBT? Man, these quantum stocks are really roaring back to life. Is there some quantum news? QBTS, nothing on either of them. Microsoft's at new all-time highs. Whoa, there we go. Microsoft officially broke out the new all-time highs today. That's awesome. Go check that 4-hour chart. Yeah. They might have technically broke it yesterday by a little bit, but man, today they're really roaring past it. $472. Damn. What a run and move. Yeah, the jobs data totally flipped the script from yesterday. Totally flipped it. That is why we talked about it quite a bit. All week long, it was a big event coming up this morning, and it got a lot of bullish action here to show that the market, and to show that the jobs, we'll just say jobs data, isn't as bad as people might have thought. Trump says Powell is costing us a fortune. He says if inflation comes back, raise the rate to counter it. What's the next level for SPY now that 600's broken? 602 on him is the main level past here. 601 has held up in the past, so you got to be a little wary. But 602 generally is the next big resistance, and then I see 605. We can see on Bookmap, 605 is pretty strange. There's a lot of sellers up there. 602 actually shows a lot too, though, so that makes me happy. Doesn't mean that it's gonna hold up at 602 for sure, but I would say if we get towards 605, we could see some bigger slowdowns. Oh, Trump's posting on Truth Social. Let's go pull it up. That's where they're getting this shit from. Too late. Too late at the Fed is a disaster. Europe has had 10 rate cuts. We have had none. Despite him, our country is doing great. Go for a full point. Rocket fuel. Wow. That's some pretty crazy stuff here. Too late at the Fed would cut. We would greatly reduce interest rates. Long and short on debt is coming due. Wow. Man, Trump's making the post today about Powell. This is pretty funny. He's really going off on him. If too late the Fed would cut, we would greatly reduce interest rates, long and short, on debt that is coming due. Biden went mostly short term. There is virtually no inflation anymore. But if it should come back, raise rate to counter. Very simple. He is costing our country a fortune. Borrowing costs should be much lower. It might make sense what Trump says, you know? It could. If inflation's not bad, let it go. I will say, you know, inflation data coming out this upcoming Wednesday will be interesting. What's the fair value gap on Tesla? I'm not sure there. Let's go look at it. Let's just go check the gaps. I don't look at fair value gap or whatever. I don't even I've never even looked that up, but I know what you're referring to. It looks like down to around like 288.80, 289 essentially. 289. $290. I guess you might as well call it 290, honestly. 288 to 290. Tesla is such a volatile stock, you gotta give it a little range there. Tesla, though, rejected at 300 pretty well. Failed to break out. I didn't love it up earlier, and yeah, it's pretty bad rejections. The algo strikes again, Mason says. What'd you hit on the algo today? QQQ popping higher here. Good run this morning. It is starting to pull back, but man, what a good run. Just like the SPY, of course. SPY's trying to use 599, 600 as support. That would be pretty cool to see it bounce and hold off 600. Nice. Very nice, Mason. Sloshy got out of HMY yesterday, and it looks ripe again. Harmony's looking ripe. Looking at the daily, it's not. It's all right. That bot is my BFF. Haha, let's go. HMY looks prime to you again. Let's see. It's getting closer to support. Kind of worries me in the way that it rejected here. If I'm being honest, I'd be a little careful. Let's see how gold looks today. Gold's pulling back a little bit. Don't love it. Why does he keep saying that we are doing great? Who's exactly doing great? LOL. I can't walk down the street without tripping over homeless people, so I don't know how great we're doing, Autumn says. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. As the population goes up, there's gonna naturally be homeless people. I don't know the percentage of people to homeless, how that compares to the past, but yeah, I'll say it doesn't seem like people are doing great to me. But here's what I'll say, is that people are still buying, people are still spending, people are still going to the baseball game, they're still going out for steaks, they're still going for seafood, they're still buying cars, we're not really hurting as like a real economy. I understand it hurts because groceries cost a lot and things like that. But for the most part, people are able to weather the storm right now. If things get a little worse, I think that's where, people will start to be very pissed. But right now, the economy's at a point where we're kind of like not totally terrible in reality. It seems like it because a lot of people don't have the income to withstand the higher prices, but a lot do as well. So it's kind of like you're like really like they're like teetering on an edge right here, I feel like. The thing with inflation is that prices are always going up unless you see deflation. Of course, with inflation, if it's at 3%, it's a lot better than at 9%. So, it's a lot slower of an increase, but it's still an increase. So it's just naturally probably going to happen as time goes. But Brain says, doesn't the U.S. have a decreasing population? Yeah. I'm not sure there, Brain. I'm not 100% sure on that. I've heard people suggest that could be the case, or maybe soon it could start to happen, but happy Friday, Hugh. I always see people around St. Louis standing they stand at stoplights and they try to ask for money. I swear to God, every single one of them generally looks like a major crackhead. Every single time. I refuse to give those people money anymore. The only way I would give them money is if they did some tricks or they danced or something. There's honestly so many around me. Does anybody want to move to St. Louis and help me make videos about these people? I swear to God, we could go viral. We could pull up to the stoplights and give them $10 to do some crazy shit. And record it. Tricks. We have those too. They most likely own a house. I swear, it's so funny. Every once in a while, you'll hear of people who investigate some of those people, and there's literally some people out there that will put on a total act and just go stand at the stoplight with a sign for money, and then that's how they make a living. It's kind of crazy. And like Mason said, they own a house and everything. They'll sometimes even park their car, like, in a parking lot near there or something. Somebody near me got in trouble for that, and nobody gave him money anymore. It was funny. We're buying stuff like that because we can't buy homes, Autumn said, so I buy a steak sometimes. 100% Autumn. I think the housing situation is definitely starting to get weird in the U.S., that's for sure. There has to be something done for young people to afford homes in a better way, in my opinion. I have too many friends that just, they can't even come close. You know, can't even come close to paying for a house. I'm gonna go try it. We'll report back. Let's try it, Chase. Chase, you'll probably make more money than, like what a normal job would do. Every store says now hiring. That's funny. But working's hard, Mason. It's a lot easier to go stand in the sun on the side of the road. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it would kind of suck to stand out there in the heat of the summer, if I'm being honest. A lady did that when I was in middle school. She went around the corner. They caught her hopping in a Mercedes. That's hilarious. I think it should be allowed. If you're dumb enough to give them money, I think people should be allowed to exploit it. I think everyone needs to do a collective effort, though. No more money for these people. I'm sorry, but if you can't make it, that's generally on you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's some situations that I feel for, but generally not. I'm with Autumn. Jake said, Tom, for your screen, you always have so much data, probably like the rest of us. Can you a large split screen stream instead? Is that even possible? Yeah, I can. Like, whenever you say, like, lots of data, what are you referring to here? I guess, I'm wondering... Yeah, I guess I'm wondering, like, what you're generally after there. I do stuff like this sometimes, where, like, we have the Mag 7 set up with multiple charts. I don't know if this is what you mean. I could, like, do this and have, like, the news side by side, maybe. Something that I've been thinking about doing. I need to add it to my to-do list here. I've been thinking about creating a little pop-up, like something that, for example, it takes data from one of my other screens and, like, it might show it like up here in the top left corner, like some news, or maybe in the bottom right, or maybe even just down here, like just down, like, around, like, this bottom part. But I want to do something for, like, a news, like, pop-up section. Maybe that just has, like, a little box with the news. My problem with that is that if I make it large enough for you guys to really read, it's gonna be in the way. So I'm not, you know, I've been reserved about doing that. Maybe we do a vote, see if you guys like it. Jake said you can't go even farther, more resolution. This is a 2K monitor that I'm streaming on right now. I have a 4K monitor. Generally, though, people can't see. If you're streaming and you start to make things too small, people can't see. And that's something that is a big problem for the majority of people, Jake. I'm not sure what you're he says you're only running one HD screen, I have two. Oh, no, I have two monitors for sure. But I have like streaming stuff and news and the Discord and all that stuff on the other screens right now. Go out here, check SPY, Tesla, Microsoft. Everything's coming back pretty well. SPY is trying to hold 600 support. Looking good. Oh, you got one of those ultra wides. I see. Interesting. 5120 by 1440. Now that's wild. Sashi says 480p. 480p. I haven't heard about that since 2005, Slashy. Yeah. I knew it was something like that, Jake. I use an Acer Predator 4K monitor as my main screen, and I love that. Love the 4K. Palantir trying to get it going here. 125.60, 126 coming up. Let's keep it going, Palantir. Recovering up pretty nice so far today. Mason uses an 85-inch TV as his monitor. A 50 chart setup. That's pretty cool. Is it really a 50 chart setup? I need a picture of that, Mason. We need you to send a picture of that one in Off Topic. I'm sure you actually have it too. I'm sure it's real. Oh, he's playing. No, he was kidding. I thought he was being serious. I know people who have a TV where they definitely use it as a monitor, but 50 charts would have been fucking cool. You know what, Mason? I should have known that that couldn't happen with your laptop. I should have known that. I don't even know if my computer would handle that one. A Mac Mini, there you go. Those are nice. Nice write-off, too. Good write-off for 2025. It's basically free for you, if you think about it. City had rolling blackouts because Mason was also mining Bitcoin at the same time. Oh, shit. That's what happened in Chicago. NASDAQ turning over a bit with the SPY, guys. $600 did not hold. It was really trying to hold 600 up there. Man. Sucks to see. Sucks to see the momentum is not carrying right now. Oh, gotcha, Sloshy. Yeah. 1080p is really the best thing to stream at. I could stream at 4K or 2K. I choose not to, though, because the majority of people probably wouldn't be able to stream it anyways, but... Yeah, he missed the put move on his 50 chart setup. Oh. That's funny. I'm going to make one now today just for fun. Let's do it on Thinkorswim. We could do it right now. What do we want to do? Let's do, what do you want to do? I don't want to mess with Mag 7. Well, I guess it's saved. Let's do a custom grid here. So let's see. We have 8 charts now. If we did charts underneath here. All right. There's 12. Here's 16. Holy shit, 50? I'm gonna have to put it on the 4K screen. That's funny. Mason, you're actually making me want to buy a 4K TV and like throw it up and fucking... You're really making me want to. Throw it up like on the wall just for fun. It'd be kind of cool, honestly. Oh no, what happened to my charts? Oh no. Really? Darn it. What did I do? Crap, I can't remember how I fixed this last time. I fixed this a little while ago and I had it fixed and I guess I didn't save the damn setup when I did it. You gotta take off the after hours and... It's a little weird, but... I wish I could explain it better to you guys. It makes it so that the end of the chart is right here, rather than showing, like, future time. Darn, I'll have to figure it out later. I don't want to waste too much time on that. The Mag 7 setup is now broken. Check off topic. Let's see. Hey, Ray. That's a pretty awesome setup, man. That's awesome. Look at Ray's setup. That's sick. I love that one. I like your chair. Very nice setup, though. The desk, the glow, the PC, the monitor on the wall, or the TV on the wall. Love it. That's cool. Come on, Spy. Quit chopping. Like it's gonna listen to me. Tesla, moving up to around 300. That would be a big test again. We'll have to see if it rejects again off there. What do you guys think with Tesla here? Let's start a poll. All right, we're going to do a poll today, and I want some likes. Like up the stream. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. All right, the poll. Poll is going to be... Will Tesla go into more of a downtrend over the next few weeks to couple of months? All right, vote it up. We got the choices out there. Will Tesla go into more of a downtrend over the next few weeks, a couple of months? You can vote for yes, downtrend, no recovery, or no flatness. Hey, we have Stack and Racks with their setup too. Pretty nice. Like to see it, Racks. Nice compact setup too. You got a lot going on within a small space. Pretty good feat actually to have 1, 2, 3, 4 screens on this desk. That's a pretty good job, if I had to say so myself. Not too much news, Jeanette. I did see some news that Trump won't call Elon. People were posting about a call earlier. Trump said he's not interested in having a call, though. I do gotta say, from like a political standpoint, this is obviously some turmoil here. On a personal standpoint, with me thinking about Trump and Elon, I'm a little bit sad. I will say, as a trader, as somebody that follows the news and follows politics a lot, I'm a little sad at what played out here. Personally, I don't really care all that much. Does it really affect me? No. If anything, it probably helps, creates more entertainment. But at the end of the day, it's I'm a little sad by it. I thought it was cool to see Elon in there with Trump and everything, and it was kind of rejoiceful there for a couple months. Now we're back to the bullshit. Sad, but not surprised, yeah. Not totally surprising either. Their egos, yep. I want to say something, but I'm obviously not. Worst divorce of 25. Hopefully the courts give us split custody. We can spend weekends with Elon and weekdays with Trump. That's pretty cool. AK is always trying to push me. QQQ. Very stuck. Alright, we're gonna draw it out here because it's in a bit of a weird, channel here. Little triangle, channel, wedge, whatever you want to call it. Keep watching this for a potential breakdown and breakout. Let's see. Weekend at Elon's. Sounds like a party. I don't know. Trump was in the Epstein files, apparently. That Trump probably gets some partying going, too. It sounds like. I heard people talking about that on the radio, of all shit, yesterday. The radio. Yeah, I was listening to the radio yesterday, driving around a little bit, and I heard him talking about those Epstein files, and it made sense. What they were saying is kind of right. Trump's a business guy. Almost all business people were in with Epstein. There's so many business people with pictures with them. If there's pictures that come out of Trump with little girls or who knows, weird shit. If weird shit comes out, then obviously that's going to be very detrimental. If it just comes out that he was trying to cozy up to the guy, being a business guy, it's not going to be that bad. But we'll have to see what ends up coming out. You never know with these types of things, so maybe, obviously we'll probably never know. That's the worst part. And not that big of a surprise. Ask everyone what they're in for on options today. I'm confused and need ideas. What are you guys trading today on options? AK, there could be some opportunity maybe on the downtrend with QQQ out of this little wedge here. Out of this triangle. Could be some opportunities on some scalps there. You know, of course, I lean more towards quick scalps rather than buying and holding for the majority of the day. You thought it would boost Johnson & Johnson with the Diddy trial? That's funny. Yeah, Autumn. Yep. I hope that there's I hope that we start to see some evidence, but watch it be, we'll never get it. Just say what you're in. You don't have to give advice. Brain's holding Livewire. Only holding Livewire. LVWR pulling back a little. Looking to re-enter Oklo. Oklo's not a bad setup here. Starting to bounce. I don't love how it started to fall from that high a day, and now it's under a lot of these resistances. That does suck with this setup. Could prove to be nice. Good to see it coming up off this dip, though. Just not so sure we're going to get a full-blown recovery there. Checking Tessie. Again, pretty flat. Gonna go to our watch list today. Just fly through them. QUBT 15%. Holy shit. They really continued. QBTS. Moving up to $18.15. Watch QBTS for a breakout. This is fire. 9%. It's at like a period of the day where if it starts to break out above this, I mean, I would think $20 could push. Wolf and Serve up a lot. Serve Robotics continued for sure. 12.3%. Pretty nice there. All right, Chase. What do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account? Primates. Primates. I like it. I'm glad that it went there. Prime. That's pretty funny. It's hard to keep smiling when I try to set things straight. Chaos in Japan. Might have a slow pullback on SPY, but we most likely will go up after lunchtime, they said. Let's go look. Most likely go up after lunchtime? Interesting. I'll have to look at it around lunch to see how it's doing. Yeah, I'm not loving it here at 600. I think it's going to keep pulling back. Personally. What the hell is that? The audio didn't just cut out for you guys, did it? I just want to make sure. It's kind of crazy on Amazon how you can order shit and how quick they have it to you. Like, honestly. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. Still have audio? Good, good, good. Something cut out. I think it was my headset, but... Somebody get me a martini and a Marlboro with this song. A Marlboro. Johnson on Trump. Musk Fallout said, I hope they reconcile. I believe in redemption. Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan has said he's more worried about America's enemy within than worried about China. We have to get our act together, and we have to do it very quickly, he said. Wise words, Jamie. JP Morgan moving up. Looking pretty good today, if I must say so. JP Morgan Chase. Love it. JPM. Pullback, told you, R. Perez said. Yeah, there goes the SPY. Right under 600. It's been looking pretty rough. I lean towards pullback as well, I'd say. Like the way it's running down, actually. NVIDIA moving down. QQQ down, under, out of the wedge. Interesting here. Why'd the music stop? There we go. Wow, QQQ. Ended up being a pretty good descending triangle there, we'll say. I was leaning down out of that for sure. We'll see how it moves now, but a pretty good initial drop. I noticed the SPY and the QQQ are getting closer to supports from pre-market. Not that they're huge supports, but they're coming into play. Long QQQ near the end of the month. What's up, small town pyro? Jackie, right? I better not be wrong there. All right, I thought so. I remember some confusion with that in the past, so I was like, hold up. Hold up a minute. How you doing, Jackie? Trade anything today? What is the connection between SPY and SPX? SPX is the actual S&P 500 index. SPY is technically an ETF that tries to follow the S&P 500 index. And it does a great job. That's why it's so popular and why it is what it is. There's a couple others that do it as well, like VOO. Pretty good. I'm not going to name them all offhand, but VOO and SPY are generally the only ones I look at. There are lots of them out there, though. ETFs that try to follow the SPX index. As far as you can trade SPX options, but it gets a little complicated there. I would just stick to SPY if I was the majority of people out there. SPLG, Splurge. I was wondering with Splurge, I didn't know if they, some might be edited a little bit. Some are maybe meant to follow it more directly. But yeah, SPLG seems to do a good job. There's a lot, though, out there. Serve strong. Still up, huh? No, it couldn't break the high of the day, up to around 12.5%. Not quite above that high. Let's see, anything with Trump here? Any Trump news? Nothing. South Korea's president, Lee Jae... I'm not even going to try. South Korea's president holds their first phone call with Trump. That's good. Airbnb beast mode. Serve is about to make a new high of the day. Wow, that 1 minute candle, as soon as we switched to it, it started moving. Brain said too late to enter APLD. If you're talking for a long-term position, I would say it's a little too high right now. If you're talking about a short-term play, there could still be some momentum to be had today. I think generally it's closer to the top, so I wouldn't necessarily say chasing it's the best, but yeah. It's good to see it coming back like this. The good thing right now with APLD is it is breaking the high of the day and resistance at 15. Now, if it can get a clear run here, you could try to play it up, but again, it's not my favorite. I feel like a lot of people, they might watch it and then it might run up a little bit more to like 1550, and then they would say, Tom, I could have played it. And it's like, yeah, you could have, but it's like, it's not the best still. What's up, Kay? Yeah, I actually sent you a link in the chat yesterday, Kay. I'll send it again today. It's 2,500 for lifetime. That equates to like, what was it? Like 3 years, I think it was. 3 years. 2,500. Shoot me an email, Kay. support@stockedup.university. I'll take care of you. support@stockedup.university. And there's the link as well. Just threw it in the chat. But if you do get it, definitely let me know somehow. Maybe send me an email. Let me know in the discussion channel. Tag me. You just do the @ sign and then put Tom More. I'll pop up for you to click. Go check out Tessie here. God, Jake said guaranteed returns. Oh, you know it, Jake. No, definitely. Still got to put in a lot of work, and you know you got to have a good trading foundation. You know, if you make bad decisions, you can still hurt yourself quite a bit. How you trade is more important than what you trade. That's why we emphasize that in the Getting Started channel whenever you join. For anyone that is in the trading floor, and if you have not seen the Getting Started channel, you need to read that. And also Trading Smarter, too. 2 channels right at the top of the trading floor, the first 2. Grab GRRR. Gorilla. 16% today. This stock does move pretty well sometimes. It's been stuck in the dumps, but what is up with it? It's been really roaring back to life. Rest in peace to boiling water. It will be missed. Okay. You're going too far, Chase. Too far. That one was, Not, it was too corny, we'll say. Canceled, please ban. Yes, that's the word, canceled. Good dad joke. Will be missed. That's nuts. Trump invited South Korea's president to the U.S. for a summit. That sounds good. QQQ coming right back up towards the wedge and the channel here. See if it can do a secondary rejection. That'd be nice. You know what we're going to be doing today? We're going to be doing the Tetris. You guys know Tetris. They still need to make it where you can make the Tetris thing bigger, but let's look at the best scores. My best score ever is 80. Let's see who's the best on the day today. No names. I remember Cornish was getting good at this. These people are nuts. How do they have these good of scores? All right. What do you guys think I'll get? As TradingView won't load. There we go. Put your guesses in the chat. We'll do it in about 4 minutes. Classic Tom stream. Let's go. THO. Thor Industries. Never heard of this one. Very interesting. Thor Industries. THO. They're coming back really well on this daily chart. This is a pretty wild setup. They had this crazy move into the gap. They didn't quite fill it. They're coming back up. Are they going to fill the gap totally now? They probably could. A good shot. I like the way this one's moving here. Nice PA. Tassie's testing 300. It's been there all day, but it's back. Yeah, roared right back. Tesla 5-minute chart up 5% today as it recovered back from yesterday's low, but will we end up getting a breakout today? I'm curious. Don't forget to vote up in the poll about Tesla. Our poll for Tesla is more of like a daily chart poll, but let me delete a lot of these levels off here. Get this looking a little bit better. So do you guys think Tesla will downtrend over the next few weeks to couple of months? Yes, downtrend, no recovery, or no flatness, and no recovery is winning right now. So generally, you guys are looking for Tesla to do well. Hit that like button too. We're at 24 likes, so get that like in. Get your vote in on the poll. And let's make it one hell of an end of the week. Tesla's testing 300 as SPY's testing 600. I stay putting you on to tickers. Like it, Perez. Thank you. I really do like it, though. If you guys start throwing tickers out there, I don't mind. Don't be afraid to throw things in the chat. It's a big market out there. I can't catch everything, of course. APLD, 19%. Whoa! Shit, my computer's gonna blow up. That's nuts how it does that. Let's see if I can make it do it again. Oh, now it don't want to do it? Okay. Cut the red wire quick. You thought it was your computer, Jake said? Yeah, that happens every once in a while to me. It's because of the Logitech mouse. It does it whenever... You know how the Logitech mice, how they have, like, the freewheel? Something with your computer's RAM and that mouse freewheel. It, like, messes it up. And it causes that sound. Because it, like, overloads your computer with inputs, I think, but... Hashtag fix the freewheel. Send off Maverick. Yeah, it's the scrolling. Have you updated your drivers? That's a good point. Maybe I need to. They normally, I thought, auto did it on the mice, but let me check here. Onboard memory mode turned off. Yeah, I don't have any drivers on that one, unfortunately. But the rest of the computer's pretty updated. I don't update my mouse too often, or my keyboard, but... Pulling up the chart on BYRN fixes it. Berna. 22%? Wow, what a move on BYRN. Berna, 22%. That is a good move, though, I gotta say. Awesome. Calls for protein shake. Let's go. It's protein shake time. I was waiting for somebody to say it. I was almost hoping you wouldn't say it today. But let's go. It's protein shake time. I'll be right back. Do a quick intermission, maybe, 3 minutes, something like that. Gonna make the protein shake and down it real fast. Let's go. All right, get your protein in. Get it in, let's go. All right, see you guys. Be right back. All right, let's go. We're back at it. Who got their protein in there? Hope you guys got it in. I feel like only a couple people do it with me now, but it's okay. Logitech does planned obsolescence after 3 to 5 years. The keyboards do random keystrokes and the mouse starts double clicking on single click. I'll be honest, I've had my mouse for about 5 years, I think. I've had it for a long time, this mouse. It has been a great mouse. It's a Logitech G900. G900 mouse. Not 903, 900. The original one. Chaos Spectrum. Here it is. It used to be the good one back whenever it was new. Yeah. I love that thing. I'll never buy any other products for keyboards or mice ever again besides Logitech. I love them. Both have been great to me. I've used others in the past, like Corsairs, Razors. They all break. For me, Logitech has been definitely the best. You have a drawer full of Logitech crap. That's funny. I will say, though, I buy the more expensive Logitech stuff, so I don't know if that says anything or not. BAC. Tessie back through 300, though. Looking pretty solid. Zachary's a Zowie fan. Zowie? Zowie? I've never even heard of this. Zowie. Oh, a BenQ. Ah, okay. A Zowie. Nice, okay. It looks cool. It looks nice. I like how it's sleek and it looks normal, you know? It doesn't look weird. What's the DPI go to? I know I like a quick DPI. A 3200 DPI. Man, mine has 4000. I got a Razer mouse 2 weeks ago. The cord is already breaking. What? Yeah, buy a Logitech. Buy the G903. That's what I would buy. I would get the, let's do Logitech mouse. look at what comes up whenever I type in Logitech. Logitech controller submarine. Let's get one of these. Yes. Logitech gamepad for steering. Ooh, G Pro X Superlight. Interesting. G Pro X Superlight. This G502X looks nice. It just has this big, like, thing for you to hold on to. I've had a mouse before that's had a thing like that, a rest for your hand. I kind of liked it. Here's the 903 for a little cheaper. I would just get the 903. Save yourself a little money and get the regular looking one. It still has lights and shit on it though. All right, back to the stocks. Tesla 303, very nice resistance overhead. Right to pre-market high. We gonna get through it with Tessie? It looks like we might. This is a pretty good look. This is a big level for you, Tesla. Can you do it? Bookmap on QBTS? Sure. I'll load it up. Give me a second for it to load. 303 though. Rejecting already. Big spot there. SPY. Rejected at 600, unfortunately. We might not be getting the good recovery people are wanting out of the SPY. Not the best action. Alright, here's QBTS. You can see 20 overheads pretty big, 86,000 shares. 1850 is not bad.
And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you.
Anyone see the Ives ETF? I did not see that. Dan Ives? No way. That's funny. What happened to it? Whoa. I've never heard of this one, but... Dan Ives. Don't let Tesla steal your oats, brothers. Tesla doing well. It got through 303. I thought it might. There was a lot of good action there. A lot of good action. Amazon just sent me a text and it said, somebody's almost to your house. It said, make sure the pathway is well lit and free of hazard. Like, what? Like, you're telling me if there wasn't any lights, they wouldn't deliver it? That's some bullshit. Yeah, the circle, CRCL. It's been a wild ticker since IPOing. Reminds me of a Meat Canyon skit. CRCL, 24% though, up to 104. Looking pretty solid. I mean, this is a big resistance. We'll have to see a good breakout here. I feel this IPO might end up like NMAX, which is dead in the waters after a huge pump. Newsmax, NMAX. Newsmax. This one's been it's been down in the dumps, to say the least. This stock sucks. I was so surprised that they went nuts for those 2 days, but as soon as it turned over, it ended up being brutal. That is a terrible reaction out of Newsmax. It's a stock that personally I'm not going to touch or look at too much. I will look at Tesla as it breaks 303 though, because that's fun. Maybe APLD as well. If we could get some action. Back under $15 with APLD. Serve Robotics. Hit 1360, which is pretty good. CGC's up 12% today. What's up there? The pot stock's moving a little bit. Maybe just CGC. Yeah, just CGC. I know that this is stupid, but I've got a feeling that we're going to get like a marijuana update or something like that sometime soon. TER broke out. Teradyne. Look at them on the daily. This daily chart on Teradyne looks pretty good. Go check the 5-minute. It's on fire. Nice one, Perez. He said WBUY is moving too. We buy global. Definitely a weird penny stock mover today. 81%. What the? I like TER better, if I'm being honest. Teradyne. Pretty crazy action, though. Moderna, mRNA. Brain said Trump's not good for weed. I know, but there still will probably be some stuff going through Congress and stuff. We'll see. I feel like weed stocks are always down bad. Yeah, they are. They're down really bad. I always say this, and I've said it for a long time. You can go back and look at the streams. Even whenever, like, let's say Tilray was like $3 a share. Yeah, you guys can go back and even, like, look at the streams and stuff. I definitely think that these MJ stocks could have potential at certain points. Whatever you put in them, you need to act like is gone. A little bit can go a long way. If you, like, let's say, you have like 20 grand, maybe 500 bucks, maybe 300 bucks. Something like that could go a long way on something like Tilray if it starts to move up. Now, like I've said in the past, now this is the big thing, is you need to really act like it's gone. So, like, don't ever invest in these companies and be like, oh my God, this is the safest investment, and I'm gonna get into something real nice and safe here that'll be good for the future. It's not the case. It's not the case with this. Some hymns action going. Green is green. Exited LVWR with a small profit. That's good to hear. Livewire exited with a small profit. Nice. Very nice. Livewire, nice and green. Matt said Planet 13 service is absolute trash every time I've been. Yeah, Planet 13, I was actually holding some of this one at like 60 cents. It sucks. Straight up sucks. Again, like I said, act like it's gone if you're going to throw anything into these. Yeah, I like how you bring up Planet 13, though. You remember. You must remember, Matt. Service is absolute trash, yeah. I've never even been there, funny enough. I've seen the outside, but not the inside. Holy shit. The weed mall. Yeah, Brain was amazed by the concept. Yeah, it's a cool concept. It sucks to hear that it does suck to hear that it sounds like the service sucks, but it must be replaying songs here. I swear I played this earlier. When I was in Cali, I found a dispensary within walking distance, had great reviews. It turns out they just moved. Oh, that's a rip. Good job. Hopefully your Reddit calls are for August and beyond. I see 170 for earnings. Greg says Rocket Lab bounced off 25 area yesterday. Watch this for a 30 pullback, then rip higher. Touch 30, pull back, then rip higher. Touch 30 would be awesome. I gotta give it to this one, Perez. This setup looks very strong. Very strong. I'll highlight it to you guys why it looks so strong as well. Number one, this whole entire support is awesome. Number two, it just filled the gap down to 25.50 essentially and bounced right off of it. So that's number two. Number three, as it pulled up, it came back to consolidate. And as it consolidated, a lot of the consolidation was right off of these key supports. We can see here in pre-market, that's pretty perfect. Pretty perfect bounces there. And it's also testing this upper resistance multiple times. So I love the setup. I think it looks like it could go higher. Personally, I like 30 like you're targeting. That's pretty awesome. Before we hit 30, 29.20 might be pretty large as well. But yeah, I like the setup here, Perez. This looks pretty fire, if I must say so. Now, as we zoom out, Rocket Lab seems like it's pretty overextended on the daily, but something positive here is that it's coming up off of this pullback. So that's one good positive note here. I like it quite a bit, though. Pretty interesting setup. From customer service, so you said it's only 10 minutes away? As in 10 minutes by car. Oh, yeah. That would make me mad, too. Especially in Cali. You should have been able to find something else, though. All right, we're going to end the poll. No. And then recovery is what won the poll. So, looks like the majority of people are looking for a good recovery instead of a downtrend with Tesla. Seems like today it's been recovering pretty well. The question was, will Tesla go into a downtrend over the next few weeks to couple of months? Recovery wins the vote. Nice. Interesting. All right, we're going to do our Tetris here in a second. What do you guys think I'll do? You guys have any guesses on the score? Terrible. All right. Let's go. Yeah, I am, Sloshy. It's sad. Really? They're giving me all these long ones and I don't even want them yet. Damn game. Now I want one. I'll take one now if you'd bless me. Oh, there we go. It actually did. I can feel it. This is going to be a good Tetris game. This one's looking good. I kind of wish it was in a different spot because my wrist hurts doing this, but it's okay. Uh-oh. I'm starting to get into trouble. Go ahead and do that. Couple of these boxes. The hell? Shit. Damn, now I'm making mistakes. We're still going pretty good though. What do we think? We're at 23. Focus, brother. Oh boy. We have some work to do now. Perfect. This game's going forever. I got a good stack going here. Ooh, uh-oh. The game isn't gracing me with any long pieces, though. There we go. That helped a little bit. What? We'll slowly but surely keep it going. Boom. We're at the 43. I might break my record. I think my record's 80. $47. Focus up. Somehow we got all the way back to here. Look at the SPY selling off, though. My gosh, it's going to distract me. Whoa! SPY at 600. I'm going to lose my Tetris focus. SPY falling off, guys. Fuck the Tetris. Fuck Tetris. Fuck the Tetris. The SPY. We got to get the plays. I couldn't help it, Brain. I know. We're too invested here. Wow. Tetris isn't your job? I was fully invested? I know I shouldn't have done it. Now that I'm watching the SPY bounce off support, I'm like, I shouldn't have done it. That's hilarious. What's the news? I'm looking at the news right now. I'm not seeing much of anything, guys. Over the past 3 to 6 minutes, 10 minutes. 12 minutes ago, China's export licenses rare earth supplier. Grants export licenses to rare earth suppliers of top 3 U.S. automakers. That don't sound terrible. 1106. What the fuck? I guess it's this. They grant export licenses to rare earth suppliers of top 3 U.S. automakers. And the SPY selling off from that. Yeah, that's all I see, guys. That's all I see. 6-month deal? There's a 6-month deal? Who said that? U.S. is getting rare earth from Ukraine now? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it says valid for 6 months. Yeah, okay. China's export licenses are valid for 6 months. Interesting. Will that affect Ford or GM or anything like that? Seems like they moved, but not a lot. Man, SPY really sold off, though. Man, $600 rejection. Down to around $597 almost. Wow. Looking at Mag 7. Sold off across the board here. Oh, yeah. Pretty rough across the board, as we can see. These damn charts. Literally called it. Tom didn't get 50 on Tetris and Spy tumbles. Oh. It was all me. It was 603 or 595 if you didn't hit 50. That's so funny. 595 better come into play now. That would be a fun move. All right, so Spy's now going to be moving up. As it moves up, watch for rejections here at this next resistance at 598. This would be a great spot to see a turnover at if we were to see one. So watch this area very close on the way up for potential rejection. Yeah, I didn't finish. We'll never know. I think I was above like 60, wasn't I? Or I was something pretty good.
I place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement. Spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight on my shoulders, send me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity to hold us down, together we're inside of the ground.
A chance to get in on the pullback coming up here. Yeah, exactly, Rick. Exactly. Looks like a pretty good opportunity. Tessie's testing 300 again, of course. $300. Nvidia looks pretty rough, though, as it's turning over. Watch Nvidia down. This looks like a pretty bad setup on Nvidia, if I've ever seen one. Definitely have your eyes on Nvidia down here over the next couple hours. Maybe down to like 140, maybe 141 for a quicker scalp, but I think it'll be a pretty good time here soon. The way it's setting up. Could get lucky, but
beyond your skies will flutter by like butterflies. I'll be the blue inside your eyes. Your crazy loving keeps me paralyzed. Oh, this is what it feels like. Oh, this is
almost lunchtime, like I mentioned. Chaos in Japan. They did say lunchtime. Again, it's like those books. Pullbacks at lunchtime by the Magic Tree House. RKLB about to run. Rocket Lab. There we go. Setting up well still. Love the setup here. Love this one. Let's go. Take profit. It's going to be profit time soon. But all right, guys. We're going to call the stream there. Getting towards 11:30, almost lunchtime. Gotta go get the daughter some food going. Hope everybody had a great day and a great week, though. Pretty awesome week, if you ask me. Lots of news-filled events and crazy moves. Pretty insane. The Surge Bot has been on fire this week with some pretty fire setups. On these days where we've been getting good continuations, it's been awesome. Glad to see it, but all right, guys, have a great one. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully I see you in the Discord. But have a great weekend, though. Seriously, get out. Get some rest. Let's go. See you guys.